Nation coming up on 8:30 here. And in the studio now joining us, it's Andy Jagelinzer.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I've been practicing all morning.
That's not easy. Nicely done.
Yeah. Andy is host of a new podcast, Big Stuff Podcast. I love this because it's totally something I'm interested in. This is the kind of stuff I love. So you go around the country, not just Massachusetts or New England, but around the country looking for giant attractions.
Stuff.
Yeah, just giant stuff, oversized stuff. For instance, your first episode is about the big blue bug. You can see off of 95 in Providence.
Right.
And it's that kind of stuff that you're interested in.
Yeah, anything large, we're I'm all over it. Yeah. It's an excuse to travel. It's a great way to see these little tiny towns you'd never go to, and that's kind of what's behind it. But the big stuff itself is a lot of fun. Yeah. We have a lot of fun with it. So.
You have a great gallery
Thanks.
up on your website, bigstuffpodcast.com. And I see you were in, is it Seguin, Texas, for the world's largest, is it pecan or pecan? How do they say it there?
I honestly never got that down, so I don't know how it goes. However you want to say it as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, world's biggest pecan. They also have the world's biggest mobile pecan on wheels.
So they two kinds.
They created their own category. So yeah,
it's not something you can drive, is it? Like the Wienermobile?
I think you hitch it to the back of something.
I see. Okay,
yeah,
right.
I don't
That's
know.
another category, right? Drivable pecan.
Yeah,
right. Go for it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff up there. How did this come about? I mean, is it just something that happened naturally? Like, all of a sudden, I got all these pictures of giant things. Maybe I should do something more with it.
Well, I'm going to tell my age, but back in 1987, my then girlfriend, now wife, and I crossed the country, and she bought me a book of roadside oddities at the time. And I just kind of fell in love with the big things in it. And we stopped and took a few pictures, and now I'm at over 1,000. So...
Got to do something with them.
Yeah.
Right, you've gone this far.
Well, and I've been suggested to do a coffee table book. Everyone wanted that. I rejected that because nobody wants a coffee table book with pictures of me in it, like on every page. And the only reason why I put myself in there really is for perspective.
Yeah, that's what's great. That's why. That's what I thought. I mean, you're next to this giant Gordons of Gloucester fisherman. Where is that? This one right here.
That one is from, I think that's Gloucester.
That is Gloucester. Okay.
Gloucester. Oh, no, that's up in Maine, actually.
Oh, okay.
I forget where it was. Yeah, up in Maine on the finger, whatever they call those, out near Pemaquid, that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is this like the biggest cowboy hat house?
Yeah, you can live in a cowboy hat if you need to.
This is the best country in the world.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. We've been talking about this morning and asking people to send in suggestions.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe you've already covered these, or maybe you could check them out. But the first one I thought it was the big chair in Gardner, the Chair City.
That's actually, I have that one. I got that one probably 25 years ago.
Oh, okay.
When there used to be two there, I believe there was another one in town as well. I don't know if that's still there, but yeah, that's a classic one. Gardner being the furniture capital of the world, I think, at one point. Yeah.
Any school desk that you still have that is like the chair desk combo.
Right.
Those were made in Gardner.
Yeah. And the great thing is communities sort of rally around these things and have a lot of fun with them. It's not just for advertising purposes, but it also brings commerce to the town. And, there's a whole bunch of different reasons why you do it. But it's also a huge chair.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, right? Yeah. It's awesome to get pictures of. What about the giant glasses in Southbridge?
Excellent. I believe they made glasses in one of the factories there, and these are like cat's eye glasses, women's glasses. They're terrific, really good.
I have yet to see those. I got to travel down
right in the center of town, I believe.
Nice. And someone brought up the giant frogs and spools in Willimantic, Connecticut.
On the bridge. Yeah, on the bridge, there's these big frogs on what looks like spools of thread. And, great one as well.
So I wanted to ask, because someone brought up the big bling at Mass Mocha in North Adams, which is
that's brand new. I have yet to go out there. So
do you cover stuff that's art, or is it only stuff that was kind of made to attract business to a place that ended up becoming an attraction?
No, I'll cover anything.
Okay.
Art obviously is a big part of it. You know, there's art, and then there's not art or attempted art, and
That's a T-shirt.
but
There's art, and then there's not art.
you heard it here first.
That's right.
Well, and you know, people make an attempt at it. There's well done pieces, and then there's pieces that are so bad they're great.
Right. Yeah.
And I love those probably more than anything. But the art stuff is usually pulled off so well,
Right.
it looks exactly like the thing they're trying to emulate.
Like the thing in Chicago, the giant bean.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, that's beautiful.
it is.
And so you will cover stuff like that.
Sure,
Yeah, if it's
absolutely.
big.
If it's big,
Right.
I'm there.
Someone else brought up the did we ever talk about this? Or we were talking off air about the giant wooden trolls at Booth Bay
Yes.
at the Coastal Maine Botanical Garden.
Yeah. So those have kind of popped up all over the country.
Okay.
Yeah, the artist, I'm not sure how they've been doing it, but they're popping up all over the country now. I would say there's probably 20 locations of those things around the country, and they're great. They're great. However,
Just because there's so many,
I think that's
you're looking
kind
for
of
something
why.
that's singular.
I love the singular stuff, or
Yeah.
just a couple of them, you know,
Right.
that kind of stuff. So, but there's no definition of big stuff. I just know it when I see it.
Right. Like, for instance, near where my family lives in Indiana County, Pennsylvania, in Homer City, I believe they're still up, the world's tallest smokestacks. Now, is that something, or does it have to be more of like something that's more fun than something that they use to pump smoke into the sky even higher?
Yeah, if it's not fun, it needs to be over exaggerated.
Okay.
To a degree that is ridiculous.
Okay.
But yeah, I do like the fun stuff. The fun stuff is the best stuff.
What's one of your favorite things that you've discovered?
Down in, I believe it's in the Tampa area, there's a church that I don't know the story behind it, but the architects, either they had a good sense of humor or they just made an incredible mistake. But this church looks like a chicken. Just look it up. It's called the Chicken Church. Google search it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's probably my favorite overall.
Do you really think they did that by accident?
I doubt it, because it's been there for years and no one's changed it. But I'm glad that religion has a sense of humor too.
Right.
You know.
Right. There's this place I stopped at driving across the country, and it's outside of Amarillo, about an hour going west. Giant. It was the country's. It might still be the country's tallest solid steel cross. And when you're like 10 miles away, you can see this thing, especially on a sunny day. It's glowing. It's like you're in some crazy movie. That's a fun place, because I think it's 44 that goes across the Texas Panhandle. That is just, you get the Cadillac Ranch outside Amarillo.
Yeah.
Not much else going on there. It's flat and it's brown. So when you see something like that, you're like, I got to stop.
Yeah, there are a bunch of tall ones. I understand that that's probably the tallest. But
I'm sorry.
But yeah,
I just saw the chicken church. There's no way you can't look at that and say
That's a chicken.
They didn't do that on purpose.
It's looking at you.
Can you post that, Josh?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
you
man.
see why that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm sorry, you're saying about the crosses.
Yeah, they're kind of all over the South, deep South. There are humongous ones, but that I believe is the biggest of all of them.
It's huge.
Yeah,
there was one in Waterbury, I believe, Connecticut.
Okay.
There used to be a religious theme park on top of one of the hills that overlook, I think it's Waterbury. And it was a big one, and it lit up at night. They put lights on it, so it looked like a Vegas cross.
Always advertising.
Yeah, and it's been there since I was a little kid, because we would take 84 to go to Pennsylvania, and I'd see it. And I know that I was close to home when I saw the giant cross. It's like, oh, Jesus, take me home. And that's still up there. Even though the park's been closed, that's still up there. But yeah, you see those big ones. But this one in Texas it's like 5 stories or something
and
like that.
and if you can see it 5 states away, then you're
it's pretty huge.
You're doing your job.
Yeah. What is one that you may have thought was very inappropriate? Besides the chicken church.
Well, that was appropriate. Inappropriate. Well, at Mass Mocha, actually, there's these very, very phallic, this art. I don't even know what it's called, but kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's art, but it's also a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. And that's in North Adams.
That's
if
in North
anyone wants
Adams.
to get uncomfortable in North Adams, that's one of the ways you can do that.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to listening to this. And the first episode, is that out today?
It is out this morning. Yep, it is out today. BigStuffPodcast.com. And we're going to have all kinds of fun stuff coming up, too. But that's the first episode, and it's on the Big Blue Bug in Providence, which is basically an icon for the entire state of Rhode Island. So,
Yeah, absolutely. It's used in, as like directions. It's a landmark. People say, you see the Big Blue Bug, you take the next exit,
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's cool. Very cool idea, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm going to be following this because, like I said, I love it for the same reason you do. It's like getting there is half the fun.
Absolutely.
You choose a destination, you take the family out, and you find little places to eat, other little weird things and fun things like that.
Yeah,
So.
and the people you meet, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. All right. Well, thank you, Andy. Thank you very much for coming in. Big Stuff Podcast. Check it out. First episode is up today. Thanks for the blueberry muffins, too.
My pleasure.
Where were these from again?
They're from the Muffin House in Natick.
Oh, yeah. So I grew up in Natick.
There's a few of them around, but that's, unbelievable.
Nice.
Love the muffin house.
By the way, those are the original Jordan Marsh muffins.
Oh, this is,
They got the recipe, and they're making them right.
Jordan Marsh.
Oh, I thought it tasted like
Remember
the Enchanted
that.
Village.
Over at Shoppers World in Framingham there. Yeah, with the big dome. Would the big dome, would that have been a thing, the old Shoppers World? Nah, it's
Not very
more of a
exciting.
structure. Yeah.
Kind of cool, but
Yeah, more like a retro, thing like that. All right, well, check it out, Big Stuff Podcast. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it.
thanks for having me.
Find out where to go. Join us again for our next Big Stuff podcast. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and at BigStuffPodcast.com.